Hello, and welcome to day 13 of 365 Days of Gaming. Um, this time, today, I'm not taking on one of hubby's games, and he's not taking on one of mine. We're going to do a brand new game. Um, he tried to suggest that I play something called Dirty Bomb, and then he made the mistake of telling me it was like CSGO, which if you watched the CSGO video, which was from yesterday, it was just not a good time. So instead, I installed the new Facebook Arcade that actually installed it right onto the computer. So we've just gone in. We're just going to start the tour. Again, we borrowed somebody else's Facebook. We have great friends. They let us do all kinds of things. So we can browse by category, see the games we play, notifications. This is kind of cool because it's a new dashboard for Facebook, but just for games. Which, if you play, Blizzard has its own dashboard. All kinds of gaming companies have their own dashboard, so it's kind of neat that you want to actually log into Facebook. So we're going to go through, and this Adventure Capitalist, I really love to play. I have it on. We have a Shield, which is this really cool device thing. We definitely have played this one. All these ones here. Except Candy Crush. Candy Crush scares me. So maybe we'll try. We'll go in here. Oh, so it's going to download. It actually downloads the game. There's a few games now that you can play them through Facebook, but they're actually an app. So in order to play the app, you download. Oh my goodness. It's got noise. Ugh, I hate noise. Let's just go over here. There we go. Alright. So, in this thing, you are a capitalist, so I'm just clicking on lemons and I'm growing, and then I can buy more. So you see it like, this is how much money you're making, this is how much it costs to do that many at one time. So now this is a lemonade stand that we're making. This is like actually my favorite game. It seems really mindless, but it's my favorite game to play on a device because it's just like click, 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 and once you get really far, and you've played for a really long time, we'll talk later about resetting, but every time you reset, you start further along. And I'm actually very upset because Mr. Mad wiped the machine that I played on, and I hadn't synced it to anything. I hadn't synced it to any accounts. You can sync it to your Facebook. You can sync it to, I think, Steam or some other account, gamer account. Oh yeah, it is Steam. But because I didn't have a Steam account, I didn't sync it. And so then I've now got newspaper delivery up here. Ugh, I hate when the toolbar pops out. I can buy one, or I can buy them in increments of 10 or 100, or the max. So the max I can buy for this is 5. And you just keep basically clicking. You see, this is the bar to say that it's earning. So this one, it earned 1, and then it ran out. So when I make lemonade, it earns me 20. When I buy newspapers, it makes me 60. So if I add more to the lemonade stand, suddenly I'm making 35 a month, or a move. I've hit my max on the, I've hit a level. So it's a lot of clicking back and forth. This probably isn't very thrilling to watch at all. Although I'm told it's entertaining to listen to me talk about the games. We'll see. People still feel that way after, it's been 2 weeks. We've had some views. Nobody's really given us feedback, except for people we know that are watching, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were hilarious." I'm like, yeah, you're just saying that, buddy. So, if you are a stranger or a friend and you're watching, please leave a comment and feel free to troll me because I can take it. I can handle the truth. Tired of pressing buttons? Hire a manager to do it. So this is cool. So I'm going to hire Cabe Johnson. Their names are all parodies and they're highly amusing. Jim Horton runs the donut shops. Forrest Trump runs the shrimp boats. Dawn Cherry, as in Dawn, Dawn, and she's a woman, runs the hockey team. Yeah, it's a good time. So I'm going to hire this guy. And look, now my lemonade stand is making its own money. So I don't have to click that one. I can just click these guys. I prefer to buy in increments of 10, but I always like to get my numbers rounded. And actually, when I get further along and I've reset a whole bunch of times, I actually will just wait till I get to like 100. Or I'll do all lemonade until all of these light up. So they light up as you're able to buy whatever. So right now it's going to cost me 8,000 to start pizza delivery, which I've made, but that's to start at 1. If I said to start at 10, you see the numbers all just changed, because you can wait till you hit a certain increment to do so. So it's a fun game. I would never make this much money in real life, and I'm not sure these businesses actually make that much money either. Sure don't know anybody who makes $45 a cup on a lemonade stand. So you're hiring a newspaper guy. I'm going to put this back at 10. We've got our career goals. So in news, oh, this is just news about stuff. But you can buy swag. You can change your, oh, you can change your gender. Sweet. You couldn't do that before. Maybe you could. So this tells you like what you've earned right now, like what you have, cash you have, what you've earned this time playing, what you've earned the entire time. So when you reset, it actually keeps track of how much you had earned the last time around. It's kind of neat. Well, I'm not sure we'll get to the point where we can reset today, but we can try. So you see here there are timers. So this takes 5 seconds. This one takes 12 seconds. This one is like milliseconds. This one's a second, and this one is milliseconds, because it's just like constantly running. And the more you buy of things, the faster, the more money you make on it, and the faster it goes. So eventually you can get them all going where they're going in milliseconds. I'm pretty PO'd because later you can buy these gold tickets and you can turn these into gold, so they always make like way more money. I actually had all of these except for one turned gold when Mr. Mad reset the game, like the SOB that I like to call him. So we got another manager, WW Heisenberg. Heisenberg. And it's a bird. It's very slow. Slow. See, this one's going to need 1 million. But you see it kind of accumulates, and I find that the further we go, and when we jack them up, this big one may take 10 seconds, but in 10 seconds, all these together will make what this one is making. It's kind of a neat little quirk that I noticed about the game. If you like patterns at all. I know, and this is like a really sad game compared to some of the other ones we've been playing. And some people are going to be like, noobs, what are you doing? Except that in Canada, it's Thanksgiving weekend, and today was the Monday, and we are on day 3 of dinners, and at this point we're just like, dude, I don't want to do anything. And really Friday we should have recorded 3 videos and like saved them to post over the weekend, but we didn't. We thought, oh, we'll come home every day and post videos. No, we're in like a turkey coma now by this point. It's just like, oh, I have to game. And Mr. Mad, as you know, has decided that my games are, and I quote, stupid, and he doesn't have anything to say about them except for that they're stupid. He's not as colorful with his commentary as I am. Although one day we'll make him do commentary, and everyone will be like, "Oh, Mr. Matt is so much better. I love his commentary so much more. He's so knowledgeable and witty and charming," because he is. He just doesn't think that he is. And then I'll cry, and then he'll feel bad, and then we'll just shut down our YouTube site, and we'll never ever game again. So maybe it's a good thing that he doesn't do commentary. I'm still trying to get him to record videos for you guys to watch that aren't part of 365 Days of Gaming, so that you can see like an actual pro person game. And I think what we might do is make him go back and do all the games that I did, and maybe he can play and just give random commentary, not ongoing like I do. Like, I feel like if you're watching this right now, you're doing it just to listen to me yip. Kind of like a podcast, except for there's a visual. And I feel like he should go back into the games that I played and be like, and this is how you do this, and not what Mrs. Mad did. And he could just tell you all the things I'm doing wrong. Or we'll record a video of me playing, and he'll go back later and tell me everything that I'm doing wrong. Which is a lot, according to him. He thinks he knows everything. Oh, see, now they're telling me to use this thing. But I already knew how to do it, so I'm like, I'm way ahead of you, buddy. I got a donut shop. I got a donut shop. Donut, donut, donut. Donut, donut, donut. Donut, donut, donut. Hey, I got donuts. That was like 2 different songs there, but it was a conga line and Macarena. Good times. Good times. So, donut. Oh, so then there's upgrades. So then you buy an upgrade and it multiplies whatever you're making by 3. So suddenly these people are making more money. Don't you wish real life was like that? It'd be nice. I think that's what they call the American dream. I don't know what we call it in Canada. Or like a dream, lack of reality, idealism. Isms. Isms always confuse me. I remember in school, I never really remembered the isms. In university, I was surrounded by all these know-it-alls who are like, ism this and ism that. And I would just use like, you know, a longer explanation to say the same thing. Like, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And there's an ism for that. I couldn't tell you what it is. And then, of course, someone has to be like, you mean da-da-da-ism? Yes, I do, if I knew what that was. So suck it! As I'm playing a capitalist game. Capitalism, in practice, is not as good as it is on the computer screen. So there are, like, milestones that as you hit them, you get, like, the amount of money you make doubles or triples. And usually it's 25, 50, 100, 200, 300. The only one that's different is the newspaper one. The newspaper one just works, like, earns you way less than everybody, and maybe because they realize that newspapers are kind of a dying art form, but not really. It's not really where the money is. Then you can see all the ones you've earned. See, 25, 50, 100, and it goes up in the 100 increments. Let's go down and see newspapers. Newspapers do 125, 150, 175. The other ones don't do that. The other ones are 25, 50, and then in the hundreds. So that's a lot of zeros. I got a lot of zeros in my life, and I am numero zero uno. Numero uno zero. I am the number 1 0 in my life. That's a little self-deprivation. Deprivation for you. Wow. Told you. Turkey coma. For some reason, turkey coma made me think of bacon, which made me think of The Lion King. Because every time I hear the word bacon, I think of the scene with Pumbaa and Timon, and they're distracting the hyenas. And Timon's in a hula skirt, and he's singing about Pumbaa and how you should eat him. And the only part that ever plays in my head is when I think about bacon, Pumbaa's voice in my head, which is some famous guy. And he goes, "Are you aching? Yep, yep, yep. For some bacon? Yep, yep, yep. He's a big pig. Yep, yep. You can be a big pig too. Woo! And every time I hear bacon, that's what plays in my head. Nathan Lane does Timon, and I don't know who does Pumbaa, but Nathan Lane's voice is in my head every time I hear the word bacon. I don't know. One day maybe I'll meet him and say, hey, look what you did to me. He seems like a guy who would find that funny and would just laugh at the fact that my head sings that all the time. Or like a guy who would have no idea what I was talking about. I always find it funny when people quote, you see on TV and people quote a movie or a show and an actor that, and sometimes it's like something they're famous for, but there's just so many episodes, or it's something that they're just like, yeah, 20 years ago I recorded that movie, like I don't know every line from it anymore because they've done so much since then, and they're just looking at them like, yeah, what? No. What's going on? So it's kind of boring when you're stuck like waiting in between. I always like to check like, oh look, I can buy one. Actually, I could buy two to kind of get them rolling. This one takes 2 minutes, but it's going to give me 1 million. But I do like to buy in the 10. You can buy in like the, or like the max. That's fun, just to click on the orange things. Oh look, it's orange. Click. Click. Click, click, click. 15 minutes of the most ridiculous game ever. If you're still watching this, I mean, amazing props to you. So then there's investors. And so right now I have 0. But once you get some, you claim them, and then you get a bonus 2% when you restart. So you claim them, and it wipes all your money out, but you end up with a higher percentage to start. And later in the upgrades, there's like 10,000 angels, which seems like a lot, but you can actually get there because they compound. So you don't spend any. You can do it for upgrades. You can do it for, there are specific managers that raise the percentage. Again, we're at like, at some point you'll have so many that I would reset, and then I would just buy out all these angels right off the bat. And what you have to do is when you reset the angels, before you can spend any, you have to, because when you spend them, they're gone, and then your percentage drops. So if you're going to spend 1 angel, you have to make sure you have 2 angels to cover what you spent, because otherwise you won't earn enough the next time to do it again. You'll just keep breaking even. So that's kind of the key thing with the angels. If you're going to spend 1 million angels, make sure you have 2 million so that you're already at that level. Or keep track of what level you're at, too. I want my hockey team. 14 million for the hockey team. It's just crazy. And you would think that buying, like, the lemonade, like, oh, why would you waste your money on that? Because it's not really worth a lot. But if you think about it, every millisecond, I'm getting $540. And yeah, this one, every 2 minutes, I get 1 million. But how many seconds are in that 1 minute? Like even, and not even seconds, like milliseconds. So let's do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull up a calculator. And by pull up a calculator, I mean pull up a phone. Remember when we had actual calculators? So if 2 minutes, let's say shrimp is 2 minutes. So that's 60 seconds per minute, so that's 120 seconds times 540. And that's 64,000. The time that it takes to get 1.2 million, this one gets 64,000. Plus this one, plus that one, plus this one, plus that one. It's crazy. It's like compounding. Now I really, really, really have that bacon song stuck in my head. What's killer? So what is this one? 20 seconds. We'll say 20 seconds. Goes into 2 minutes. How many times? 6? So 6 times 777 600. 4 million. So in the time that this one earns 1, oh, I gotta click it. This one earns 1 million, which is 3 times as much as that one. So I mean, it's kind of, good to work out probabilities and percentages and whatnot. I didn't mean to click this guy. So let's go back over here. Oh, I got a new manager. Oh no, I scrolled down and I'm gonna be here forever. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep that mouse a scrolling. Though the games are slowing, scroll on. Alright, so down here we have this adventure. So eventually, once you hit 1 trillion, you can launch to the moon. And then when you hit 1 trillion again, you can launch to Mars, and then it's like a 3-day wait. But it's the same thing as this, but there's different businesses. Like on Mars, there's like a Land Rovers, and they're similar, but they have like a moon or a Mars twist. It's kind of cool. So then this is how you tab between the different planets. And then you have a currency exchange. So what you do is when you hit a certain amount of money, you exchange it into these megabucks. Then you use megabucks to buy mega tickets. If you can save your megabucks, get your butt out of the way. So 10 megabucks get you 1 mega ticket, or 90 megabucks get you 10. So obviously it's better if you save it till you get 90. And it seems like it would take forever, and it would. I like to buy them one at a time because it kind of, what you do then is you take these and then you apply them to here, and then it makes you more money. So you see, I just bought my hockey team, and it cost me like all this stuff was lit up orange. I bought a hockey team, and then now I got nothing. I got nothing. So now we've been playing for 20 minutes. But you can see, like, okay, 20 minutes of playing this game just to start. They're fun. It's fun if it's on a device, like if it's on your phone or on your tablet. Because what you do is you actually leave, and it keeps earning money. Now, the more you log in, the faster I think it earns money. So if you just left it for 2 weeks, it wouldn't earn as much money as if you go in every day. And I think part of that is that you have to go in and buy and upgrade and everything like that. So it's actually a really fun game to have on like your phone to like kill time and click away, and like actually once it gets going and you have lots of money, when you start up, you start making so much money, you just click, 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 click. When you get all 3 worlds going, I could probably sit there for a half hour, an hour, just like actively not watching bars grow across the screen, slow as molasses. Can actually interact with the game and click. See, because this is like 5 minutes. When you've played it and you've reset a bunch of times, all of these will just be like under a second. So it's very slow. Very slow. That's 7 million. I want 16. I want to buy more of these. So once this guy fills up, but see, by the time this fills up, you see my counter's just going on and on and on between all of them. You just end up making way more money. Oh, I can get an upgrade. So the donuts currently make 7,777,600. Now my donuts make 2.3 million every 23 seconds. 2.3 million every 23 seconds. Could you imagine? Like, you'd have to own like a mass load chain of donut shops to earn 2.3 million in 23 seconds. You'd have to own like Tim Hortons, all of them, or Starbucks. I say Tim Hortons, and all the Americans and like non-Canadians are just so snooty Canadians think they're better than everyone. Or like, I don't drink at Tim Hortons, I only drink at Starbucks. Although I love Timmy's. I love Second Cup. Second Cup has amazing frozen drinks. And there are some good things at Starbucks. But the other day I actually got a caramel latte from Tim Hortons. Thinking, I like the French vanilla. I like your fruit smoothies. I like your sandwiches. I like everything. And it was like the nastiest thing ever. And I thought maybe it was because I don't like coffee very much. I like flavored things. And then Mr. Mad, who was like, loves Tim Hortons coffee, took like 1 sip and wanted to hurl. But it might just be our Tim Hortons because they're kind of sketch, and half the stuff we get there is very, very shady. It's like an ice cap. You know, there are those places you can get an ice cap, and there's those places that you get liquid coffee when you ask for an ice cap. I remember for a while they had frozen hot chocolates, and at first I thought it was the location, and it was just no, they all just really sucked. And when you've had them from Second Cup, where they actually like make it from scratch, like they're putting in like the cocoa powder and the ice, and they're making it like fresh. They're not just putting a mix in with slushy mix. They're making it with ice. It's like more solid. And then when you have the ones here, I was like, this is just really cold chocolate milk. I was very disappointed. Very, very, very disappointed. I like trying to mouth over at Mr. Mad, like, should I stop now or should I keep going? Because really, I could sit here for hours talking about nonsense and playing this game, which is kind of what I do all the time. Mr. Mad's like, and now the rest of the world can experience the gloriousness that is your annoyance. Because I'm just so good at the annoying parts. I want to get this to 200. And we'll watch as everything will double. Double, double, double. Oh. Alright. 1, 2, 597. 600. What? I only make $3 more. That's craptastic. I thought. Nope. Nope. Wah. Wah. I see, yeah. Gallery. Oh no, I scrolled down again. I've got 9 out of 633 awards that you can get in this game. Achievements. 633 achievements, and I have 9. I don't even know what percentage that is. That's like not even 1%. I'm going to actually calculator that again, I think. Nope. That got me 7,000. That's not right. This is not 7,000%. And it is not 70%. Definitely not right. Let's see here. Oh. Maybe it is 1%. It is either 1% or 0.0142 yada 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 percent. Either way, it's kind of craptacular. Craptacular. I'm very upset about this because I got this 200. It said times 2, but it didn't really times 2. All it did was make me $3 more every millisecond. Although if in real life I was making $3 every millisecond, my life would be complete. See, this one just like doubled when I bought. Yep. Could you imagine? Like, I would be good with like lemonade stand guy making $600 a week. A week. Not bi-weekly. A week. You know? Or like one time win the lottery for this like 2 million. Or 1 million. I could do with 1 million. I'd be set for life. I'd be a very happy camper. But that's because Mr. Mad and I would like buy a business and waste all our money on a business that we could run and make more money. Oh, I gotta click here. 6 minutes. It's gonna be 6 minutes before I get my 7 million from hockey, which is, quite frankly, probably what hockey players make per game. The SOBs. Should have married a jock. Although you get a certain age and then you can't do that. Like, I remember when I went away to school, and at one point my mom was like, I'd gone to college and taken a year off and dated some very sketchy people. And then when I said I was going to university and I was like 20, she's like, well, maybe you'll meet a man, you know, date someone from like engineering or something. What are you talking about? The world is not made up of trying to find a husband. But she was like, get them before their careers take off, which is actually pretty sound advice because I know quite a few people who you get in there before they become somebody, especially if you're not going to become somebody yourself. Like me, I've become a nobody. And sorry, darling, but I married a nobody. So we're a pair of nobodies. But At least we knew what we were getting into. If we'd have met and got married like 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, whatever, before we knew for sure we'd be nobodies, we'd be horribly disappointed with our lives. But we got married knowing that we were each marrying a nobody, so. But anyway, at this age, there's a certain point where if you're a nobody, there's no way you're going to be able to marry a somebody. And by nobody, I mean like those people who are like 30 and single but super attractive or super smart but they don't have a career. They're still a somebody because they've got something for them that's unique. You know, good-looking people can end up with a rich somebody or successful somebody even if nothing about them personally is successful. So, we hit our half hour. Seriously, if you're still listening, you need a life. Get a life. Or hit subscribe. We don't have any subscribers yet. Come on, guys. Day 13. I want a subscriber. Bring it. All right, and I'm shouting, and we have neighbors. So, I will say good night to everybody, and happy Thanksgiving.